There was actually quite a lot of motorbike ATV traffic on this road last night. In this area, there's been some poison oak, which you obviously don't want to touch, but there's also been some fragrant sumac, which is harmless. And people get confused because they look kind of similar. So here's the poison oak. They've got the leaves of 3, the oaky leaves, kind of shiny. And they're kind of, I don't know, to me they're kind of big and leafy. And then here's fragrant sumac. It also has, let's show, like some leaves of 3, kind of scalloped petals or leaves, and similar color. But the way they are on the bush, a little bit different. This is fragrant sumac, poison oak, fragrant sumac, poison oak. Here's more poison oak, poison oak. Could be wrong about this. I think this one's poison oak. Sometimes the leaves can be matte and not as shiny. And sometimes that throws me a bit. Like this one I didn't think was poison oak, but I think it is. And this one's poison oak as well. That one's what it looks like when it's a little bit more of some baby leaves. And I'm lucky. I haven't had a poison oak reaction, but I do know people who have sat down in it when they went to do their bathroom business. These ones are my favorite because they are 103, well, you can't really see, but they're 370 calories, and they're not as sweet as the other ones. I love this kind of walking with the scrubby chamise bushes and the sandy, smooth trail. And then you can just go in and out of the mountains and you can see where the trail goes. There's a lot of this kind of walking in the desert, and I just find it very peaceful and relaxing. I'm not sure what that little woodland creature was last night, but it was just scurrying all up in the treetops and gathering little bits, I think, for its nest, and then having a fight with another, maybe it was a rat? I don't know. It was super cute though. It had a white belly, kind of a soft brown fur. I wonder what this is. The name Scott Jurek does sound familiar. This section that I'm on from Agua Dulce to Tehachapi is something like 110 miles, and a lot of people will do that on a single food resupply. I'm going to split it up with several stops. So right now I'm doing about 25 miles to Green Valley, and then 40 from Green Valley to like the hiker town Neenak Weevil area, and then another 50 into Tehachapi. So my food bag feels amazing. There's nothing in it. Maybe like half a day of food right now. This morning I'm coming into town. It's the Green Valley town with a smokehouse. I don't know what this stuff is. My app vaguely calls it daughters. Doesn't look like the plants like it. Sometimes when you go into the mountain and hit a little tiny ravine, it becomes this really lush green space. And then a minute later, you emerge back into the desert scrub, which I love. This section is fun since you can see trail. It's like there's a group of people that's maybe 15 minutes ahead of me, some people who are like 5 or 10. Today there's some wispy cirrus clouds and some expanding contrails, which should mean weather in 12 to 48 hours, like rain or storm or something. But Southern California has been so arid. I've only had a couple days of rain, and I've seen plenty of clouds like these, and they haven't produced storms, so I don't know what they mean. Maybe just a small temperature difference. I like this image of the trail as it cuts through the mountain, goes in and out, and gets a little lower each time. trail is coming down into Green Valley. I'm at the end of a 15-mile water carry. I still have plenty left and I'm going into town. But if you weren't going into town, the fire station right down the road is so kind and lets hikers fill up water from the spigot. And a trail register. I got to the Smokehouse Barbecue and they were supposed to open at 11 a.m. but they're closed for a special event until 4. And I was just standing there looking really sad and lost. And I think one of the owners came out and was like, come hang out on the patio, get your Wi-Fi, get your water, I'll get you some food. It's not gonna be brisket, but we'll feed you. He said he wasn't gonna get me anything hot, but it is. I think that's brisket. Alright, I'm back at the Green Valley Fire Station. My hitches were super nice, just took me 2 legs and both of them took only 20 seconds. I'm back on trail. Of course, I got here and then realized that I lost my sunglasses. I usually keep them just dangling there, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, I need to put those away before I start hitching, and I didn't, and now they're gone. That's alright. I think I literally picked them up off the road. They were trashed, so now they've just gone back to where they came from somewhere. Whoa. This rock is so cool. I just left Green Valley looking south, crested this saddle, and now I'm looking north into the desert. I think that city over there is maybe Lancaster or Palmdale. It's fun to get a different view. Hiking a small section in the desert without sunglasses is going to be challenging. I don't like sunglasses anyway, so I already wear them as little as possible. But what I've been doing is when it's shaded like this, I have my eyes fully open, and then when it's sunny, I kind of keep my eyes partially closed. And the trail is so smooth and easy that that's fine, and that filters out enough of the light. Lucky for me, there's lots of oak trees in this section, and I'm in full shade in the desert section. There's water in this cistern. I don't even think I need any. This one's so little. So tiny. Today I am doing a lot of math in my head. This next section is 39.4 miles to the Hikertown Nenach area, and that's when we start the aqueduct, which is a really hot, really exposed section, 17 miles until shade, and everybody does it at night. So ideally, I would love to do 5 miles in the early morning, get there, nap the entire day, and then do the 17 miles in the late afternoon, evening. The math is not working out in my favor, so I can't do 5 miles. I have to do 6.7 miles in because that's where the tent site is. And so then that leaves 39.4 minus 6.7. Actually, it's 36.4 miles to Hikertown minus 6.7. So I've got 29.7 miles to go from here between tonight and tomorrow, but I've already gone 9.9 miles. So I don't really want to go more than 10 more miles today because I don't want to do, I haven't done an official 19-mile day yet, and I haven't done a 20 yet. But the way the miles are shaking out with the tent sites that are available is that I have to either do an 18-mile day today and then a 21-mile day tomorrow, or a 21-mile day today and an 18-mile day tomorrow instead of 2 19s. The alternative is to slow it way down, but because of where the water is, it would be like less than 12 miles for 2 full days out here. I don't know if I can convince myself to do that. If I was facing 23 or 4 mile days, I would, but a 21's not that much more. Here's another example of poison oak that can be a little hard to identify. Like these leaves don't look very oaky. They're kind of smooth, but if you look at the other ones, you can see oaky leaves elsewhere. I don't know how much of that I filmed, but I was just going on this north-facing slope and there was a lot of greenery, like some dense big trees. And then we just switched to a south-facing slope and now it's back to all of this desert scrub. Just changed instantly. It's break number 4 of the day. Another on-trail one. I grabbed some water, but it doesn't smell very good, so I'm hoping there's a spring really soon, so I'm hoping I can just get water there instead. Oh, lots of flowers in here. This is a new tree. Wow, that would have been a nice cave to find in the middle of the day. Here's cave number 2 and a gratitude jar. Okay, and here is cave number 3. This is break 6 or 7. It's 8:30 p.m. and my next tent site is in about 2.5 miles, so I'll be night hiking tonight. So now I'm having all of my dinner so that I can just roll into camp and go to sleep. Not super healthy resupply from the gas station. This I already had, but I got some chips and some nuts, English muffins, peanut butter and Nutella, some bars, some electrolytes. All right, my pack now has 4.7 liters of water because the next source is 15 miles away and may have dead mice in it. So I'm just doing my full capacity. And I'm night hiking and we're still going uphill. I actually really enjoy night hiking. You see different bugs and different animals and things, so I'm having a good time. This area does have some poodle dog bush that I need to watch out for in the dark. And poodle dog bush is the one that you should not touch because if you do, it will give you blisters and be a huge irritant to your skin. Yikes, that's poodle dog. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, and oh, poodle, 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 poodle. Yikes. Poodle, poodle, poodle. This is not poodle actually, this is a very nice flower called the beard tongues. I'm setting up camp, but it's pretty windy, so I have to be careful and keep everything locked down so it doesn't blow away.